My name is Chidinma Iwueze-Ifeanyi. I'm the head of logistics for Lafarge Africa PLC for the West region. I spent 15 years within Lafarge across several functions, even though I spent a lot of that time in logistics. So I started my career in logistics, but I've had some stints in commercial, in planning and performance, and then back in logistics again. One of the interesting things I like about logistics and why I'm very particular about the logistics function is that, as a woman, for instance, there's a lot of multitasking that you have to do. Sometimes you're here, you're coordinating some deliveries at home, some things that you order for homekeeping and all that. And one of the things that are critical in making sure that your life is working like clockwork is that logistics, that the things that you order are delivered on time and when you want it. And anytime you have a disruption in that space, it generally just disrupts your life. Being a woman in logistics is more like being a woman in the world, really, like they say, because you always get that sense that logistics, driving, movement is a man's thing, and you probably see it, even in daily life. I started driving at a very young age, and one of the things that characterized my starting to drive was the fact that even when you make maybe small errors on the road, and people pass you, they'll be like, is a woman, and it's a bad stereotype. And then sometimes you do find that when you get there, it's really not a woman. So for me, a bad driver is a bad driver, right? So a woman in logistics is really very challenging because this is really male dominated. And when you come into that space, sometimes there's a condescending way that you're looked at. In the sense that they don't expect that you have that kind of expertise, right? That kind of experience, that kind of know-how, and that there's really value that a woman can bring in that space of men. I cannot close out on how I have thrived in logistics without talking about how Lafarge has influenced that journey. I think that one of the things that encouraged me was the lack of discrimination. I don't think that the leaders that I have had, and even the culture that we have in Lafarge, we haven't quite said, this is not a woman's job. We have, in Lafarge, there's always a level playing ground for people to prove their worth, irrespective of what field that they operate in. And I think that this is a place where women who are passionate and who are interested in building a career, can go any length to achieve their dreams.
Hi, Adex.
Hi, Princess. How did it go?
Well, so we've done the inspection for the day.
Well done.
So we're going back later.
All right, well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. So as a woman in logistics, it requires that I remain agile and fast thinking. It means I need to be flexible to ensure that while we are moving the trucks, we are also ensuring the safety of both the assets and the persons driving the truck. Being a woman in logistics means doubling as not just a professional lead, but also doubling as a sister and a friend, ensuring my team are united, and also getting my stakeholders, who are the transporters and the drivers, to understand what safety means in order to have a sustainable logistics.
Being a female in the logistics function, it's a male-dominated environment. It gives me an inner joy. There's this enthusiasm in it for me to be able to express my potentials at the maximum capacity in a male-dominated field.
Today, women also have the choice to build careers, and many have chosen to do so. Our support for one another is what gives us the assurance of a strong team spirit.
The good thing about trucking and logistics is that once you prove yourself, you're treated with respect. If you maintain your integrity, if you promise something and you continue to deliver on it, others will stop paying attention to the fact that you are a woman and begin to see you as the skilled professional that you are.
Being reflective, taking constructive feedback, and learning from my experience has been the key to my success in this field. I have also come to terms with the fact that sometimes my work may be judged from the lens of my gender, and my skills will take more work to be recognized. So I stay professional and cordial and keep doing my best.
So I think in the future, for women in logistics and indeed in a lot of other male-dominated environments is bright and encouraging. I'm indeed looking forward in another, 3, 4, 5 years. It's no longer a wow, right? To find a woman in the steering, or even to find a woman, repairing trucks and all that. It is normal, and it is not just. It's not normal and stressful. It's normal and natural. We have the right resources. We have the right enabling environment, and that we have the right respect for the ladies who continue to make their mark in that space.
Lafarge Africa has done a lot to encourage women, more women in logistics. We have exposed our women, to more leadership positions. The way we recruit, we are very deliberate, right? Where there is that opportunity for a woman to fill in, we have been deliberate to attract, the brightest women to join, logistics. We have a specific Women in Logistics program in collaboration with HR, where we want to further upskill our women to take up more leadership, positions within logistics. We also ensure that we create a better workplace, right, for our women.